Most people think that a call center is just people sitting on the computer and just taking calls and answering. It's not just that.
Welcome to the Art of Kaizen for Entrepreneurs, growing 1% everyday podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Art of Kaizen for Entrepreneurs podcast, where we discuss how to grow 1% every day in both business and in self. Today, we have Frank Felix, the business development manager from Promo Call, where they are running a call center that specializes in helping business owners like yourself optimize their business process and streamline a lot of the headaches that you guys are dealing with every single day by making it a beautiful call center that supports you with every need from sales to operations and customer service. Felix, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having us. Yeah, that's basically what we do. Promo Call is dedicated as a call center. We offer outsourcing solutions, nearshoring solutions. Also, what we try to tell people is that how's about saving 50 to up to 70% of your operational costs. So we try to bring all that hassle, as you mentioned, the operations, the people, the location that you may have to worry about as the administrative side, but also that's money that you're spending right there. So we offer that solution to have your operation help you out and reduce all those costs so you can focus that money to other aspects of your business that you may be needing it for.
And I don't think people understand the true value that comes behind a call center. There is so many factors today of hiring, the employment that we have, the structure of training that needs to be done to make sure that someone is really customer facing when it comes to the phone call. And for you guys here to have your Promo Call, to have a system where a customer could plug in and understand a problem that they might have, but not have the training, not have the operations for it, and be able to instantly plug into your team and they have the training, the operations, the know-how, the communication skills, really, to make sure to get this done and support the client. You know, it's super, super powerful thing. I think it's been under-leveraged a lot. What do you think when you look into the market and you look into business owners, what do you think is the reason that not everybody has a call center? Or is there problems that you're seeing in the industry that that Promo Call is solving that makes it so everyone out there should be leveraging a call center?
Yeah, there's a couple of them that have kind of popped up here and there. The first of it all sometimes is the actual experience of knowing what a call center is. Most people think that a call center is just people sitting on the computer and just taking calls and answering. It's not just that. There goes a lot of preparation into it, like you mentioned. For us here at Promo Call, we work at a client. Let's say it's someone that looking for customer service from a new product that they have. So obviously they are the experts of that product. They know the nuts and bolts and everything that goes into it, but they may not have the people, or they may be suffering to actually identify people that can provide the service, can provide the knowledge and transmit that over the phone. But going into that preparation, that's very specific profile, it can be either hard to find, it can be pricey sometimes. So what we try to do is, from an outsourcing point of view, we try to build their profile, detect the needs that they have, and maybe the client doesn't have it, or maybe they do kind of have like a brief draft of this is the profile, but we try to help them out. We have people here working with more than 20 years experience in call center. The call center by itself has been online for more than 10 years. So we want to say that we know what we're doing. Obviously, every day we try to learn something new. Like you mentioned, that 1% more that keeps coming every day so it can be a better perspective. But finding that person that they need for any type of service is what we specialize. Obviously, bringing them in, doing their training, making sure that the operations is going up to the expectations of the clients, that we are at the same point of view that these are your KPIs, this is what we're going to match with you, and we're going to deliver to your needs. So it is that is a very delicate process, and it does take time. People sometimes don't think that it's that difficult. They just, hey, hire someone, put them on a seat, take calls. No, it's not just that. There's a lot of back work that goes into that, especially within the human resource area, within a call center, that they find that people, that they train them and they prepare them for a client.
Love that. I mean, and you're 100% correct. There's a lot of work that goes into all these factors. And a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, business owners listening right now, if you haven't dealt with a call center, if you haven't built out a call center structure before, and you don't realize how much of a headache it is. Me personally spent $12,000 last year trying to build out a call center and was so infuriated by it that it burnt out in the end, right? If I had Frank here, it might have been a much quicker process, and I probably would still be leveraging it today. But it's funny. I got off a call this morning with two different businesses. One, a boxing gym. Another one, a custom cookie company that both recently brought a sales team into their company specifically for follow-up. And it's done immense amount of sales and immense amount of success for them. Does your company also do that? Could you put somebody in a position where you're able to follow up on, say, old leads or deceased leads?
Yeah, what we try to tell everyone is that every client and every type of business can benefit from a call center, regardless of what you do. If you're baking cookies, if you're a gym, if you're a collections agency, you can depend on a call center to either follow up on your leads, follow up on logistics and shipping, contacting, prospecting new clients, building up your company, advertisement, all of those different types of stuff that comes in, order management, customer satisfaction, post-sales work, even that, hey, for the cookies, you bought, I don't know, the chocolate fudge ones, what do you like them? You do get also those positive feedbacks or that added sell value after you've done your sell of your product. That's information that's coming in, because you can go through a marketing agency, you can go through so many solutions, but again, it might not be what you're specifically looking for. So having that specialized with the call center and telling us, the client, telling to us, you know what, we want a survey from satisfaction from this type of point of views, or we want to contact new people, we want to do lead generation, we want to find new markets. So all of those types of benefits that you might need to find from a third party can be managed by a call center.
Oh, I love that. But, you mentioned a lot of different categories of businesses that can leverage it. And as you said, I think anybody could benefit from a call center. For promo calls specifically, what clients are you guys working with right now that are just absolutely crushing it? Who is your ideal customer profile that if they walk in, that your system is absolutely going to blow it out of the water and help generate revenue for them?
We are currently working with a lot of companies that do customer service, companies that do a lot of financials, so let's say loans, collections, insurance agencies. So we've grown to that specific niche, and we've had experience also with dispatching, with logistics, with lead generation also. But it's been, for some reason or other, we've kind of fit into those profiles. We work with medical companies when it comes to managing their clinics, when it comes to, hey, we want to contact the client, we want to remember their appointments, they may have to do some tests, their prescriptions. So all of that follow-up that goes into that is also worked with us. So it's been multiple solutions, and I want to say that any type of business and any type of client can come to us for their solutions, and we'll find a way to help them out.
I love that. Frank, the value that's here that I think a lot of people are missing is the touch point, right? Everyone wants to do the newest and greatest, and they want to do the funniest thing for me is when someone would rather put dollars towards organic social media compared to a call center or something of that nature. For the entrepreneurs and business owners listening, be very, very clear that when you post something on a platform that you don't own and you don't control the outreach, you don't control the success in the back end of that. If you're running paid ads on those platforms, a little bit different because you're forcing the outreach. But the biggest difference between an organic social media post and a phone call is a real touch point, a guaranteed touch point. And I think that's something that a lot of business owners are missing in their advertising is, hey, we're doing billboards and we're doing radio and we're doing TV and we have organic social media. We have all these assets. How many of them are actually directly touching your consumer avatar that you need to connect with? Is there a system out there that guarantees that touch point? A phone call does. Yes, you might miss the phone call, but a voicemail could be left, an SMS text message can be sent. There is some type of direct correlation to an effort that reached directly to a customer avatar that is ideal for your business. So super, super, super powerful. But there's a lot of call centers out there, Frank. There's a lot of different call centers. What is the difference between promo call and, say, a competitor or another call center in the market?
One of our key differences, I think, is that we try to align, and I know that this may sound super rehearsed or cheesy or commercial, but at the end of the day, we listen to our clients. What do you want? What do you need? And how are we going to work as and to provide your solutions? Because sometimes what happens when they go into a call center is that this is the model of the call center. And yeah, we'll we'll adapt your business to our model, and this is how we're working. And to us is the other way around, is this is your business model. We are the call center, we have the infrastructure, the people and all of that, but we're gonna apply it to your business. It's not gonna be the other way around. Because at the end of the day, if you're reaching out for us to work your business, it's because you know how it works. You know how it's been giving you leverage, and it's been keeping on point, and it's been growing this X amount of time. So we're going to copy that model and adapt it to a call center, not the other way around, that this is the call center structure and here's how it works. You need to submit yourself to this. No, it's the other way around. And one of the points that you were mentioning right here, the value of having a person on the phone, of not going through a chat bot, of not going through a pre-rehearsed message that you can go through different options. That's one of the points that are very considerable running your business, running your product. Even AI right now, it's been a lot of boom, and it's been helping out with a lot of industries. Somehow it hasn't finished fitting with call center, not because it doesn't have potential. It does, and it does give benefits. But at the end of the day, people want that interaction or that specialized treatment that goes in, and that's what we try to provide. We can build the newest tech and the latest and everything, and we can have it and adapt it to you. But there is an added value or an extra key satisfaction knowing that a company has a dedicated team to answer questions, to answer problems, to interact, instead of going through an automated system.
And, it's really scalable, which is one thing that I think a lot of people miss out on. If you're trying to build this infrastructure internally where you're having, say, a customer service rep into your business, and they're doing the phone calls and they're doing the follow-up, to scale your company, you'll need to scale that employment as well, which can increase costs, right? Where with your call center having the infrastructure already, the business can scale much, much quicker.
Let's think of the infrastructures, the IT equipment, the computers, the softwares, the licensing that goes into it, the people you need to hire, the hours of training that needs to go in, payroll, benefits, extra time. Maybe you need to scale up your building, or where you are right now, it doesn't fit. You need to find somewhere else. That's another value right there. And you just keep adding more and more and more. And with us, we have the infrastructure, we have the space, we have the people. We need you.
I love that, Frank. They need you. Well, let me ask you this. As the business development manager, have you had a client that came in and wasn't successful at first, and because of promo call and your guys' understanding of a call center, cold calls, nurturing factors, that you're able to support them and adjust the campaign to be successful in a matter of time? Do you have any examples of that?
Yes, we did have an example of a client that he ran his business in-house for many, many years, and he was trying to kind of reaching a point of burning out, that he couldn't handle it anymore. His team was a little bit also kind of running around doing a lot of things, and at first they were a little bit worried or concerned of, how is a counselor going to manage? How is someone else going to put their hands in my pot and kind of steer things up? And little by little, showing them how the deployment would go, what the people would be doing, how the training was going to be managed, what were the KPIs, how can we align with them, and kind of going through their focus. What's your focus for this next 3 months or 6 months, or what are you struggling with, and how can we adapt that? It started as a curve, obviously, but it gave a path to, one, give that stability and that tranquility to the client, and showing them that the results were lining up to their expectations, that their team relaxed to a point that they weren't running around or handling so much information that they were not taking care of other aspects that they might be leaving on the side to focus on other ones. And also the scalability of growing the seats that they had in the call center to more and more people that would be providing solutions for their company, and obviously growing their company.
A great example. Great example. You mentioned before that there's a lot of AI. There's a lot of new technology that's coming in. Chatbots are doing communication now. There is some AI voice calls that I've been seeing and playing with, but as you said, they're not really developed in a manner that is extraordinarily personable. It's not being very successful right now. And there is a difference of a level that I don't think AI will ever have, of empathy on a phone call, being able to actually connect with the consumer in an emotional way. My question to you, though, is where do you think call centers are going in the next 5 to 10 years? Do you see an adaptation of this to be able to leverage AI in the future and be a source for AI and a source for communication? Do you see the phone calls still being a necessity in the next 5 to 10 years? 5 years from now, what do you think promo call and the space itself of call centers is going to look like?
Where I see ourselves, obviously, with more and more clients, that's a no-brainer right there. We see ourselves growing. We see ourselves providing solutions to multiple areas that we may not have yet tapped in, even through to actual AI providers. We can be a solution to them, and AI is indeed adapting. It's changing, and obviously, it's going to find a way to adapt into call centers. There might be clients that their service or their types of solutions may require a simple solutions that can't be provided with AI, but at the end, how do you set up or manage that AI to cover the expectations and the quality level of satisfaction that the client is needing? And obviously leaving a window open to, here's the AI, and from the AI you can scale or change it to a live person. Having those options right there, if you're okay managing AI, couple of simple questions, go. Anything else, any doubts, any concerns? Well, live person is your best solution. And always putting that out right there. You can manage it 2 ways. What are you more comfortable with? My personal experience and recommendation, I'm always going to prefer someone that I can interact with because of the empathy, because they can understand, because they can set priorities to the customer's needs instead of a bot that may be programmed to A, B, C, and that's it right there. It comes to frustration also that the clients either hang up, they call back, they try to go, and you just keep ending back into that same circle. With giving the option that, hey, there's a live person that can assist you, you have the option of going to the other route instead of just sticking to that one predetermined aspect.
Good. I mean, that I agree with you. I think there's going to be a level of AI support for the base level, but as customers want their privacy, as customers want a more direct answer, as people get more and more annoyed about the automated messaging and the follow-ups and not getting the response. I know me personally, I have 1 or 2 options with an AI voice messaging, and then I'm 0, 0, 0 until I get an operator, right? So and I think a lot of people are doing that. And I think you can save a lot of headache in your business by skipping a lot of that process and understanding the desired needs of your customers and having that option of a call center there for them. So I agree with you. I think it's still going to be a hugely valuable asset. I think it's going to be leveraged more and more as cost in the US continues to rise for everything else, especially employment. There's one thing else I want to bring up that you brought up earlier in the call, which is the ideology of Kaizen, right? Mm-hmm. And for the listeners out there, for the business owners and entrepreneurs, again, Kaizen is a Japanese business philosophy that means to improve yourself and your business 1% every single day. So I have a question for you, Frank. What is your Kaizen? What are you doing there as the development manager for Promo Call? What are you doing to stay on top of your knowledge? What are you doing to advance yourself? What are you doing to learn more and stay on top of these? Is it a lot of understanding the back-end business operations more and more? Is it staying on top of these AI tools? You know, for me personally, as a marketing owner, I have a podcast I listen to in the morning, 2 or 3 different YouTube pages I stay on top of. I'm reading, usually 1 to 2 books a week. That's a lie. 1 to 2, 1 book for 2 weeks, I probably should say. It's been a crazy, crazy time over here recently. But nonetheless, constant education on the marketing and the ideology of business development to stay on top of it and to find my Kaizen. So I'm curious, Frank, what do you do to find yours?
I think that a great part of it, as you mentioned, you need to be on top of things and knowing what are the trends coming in, what are new technologies that can be deployed, what are the aspects of call centers that, and this is valid to know your competitors are doing, how are they reaching out, how are they maintaining their clients also, and reaching back within your clients. Hey, we have our current clients here with company, and the business is already in bed. As part of business development is going back to our client and, hey, these are your KPIs, these are your results. What do you want to do next? Do you want to grow? Do you want to change? These are different opportunities that we can recommend for you as Promo Call that may benefit your business. And also reaching out to new potential clients and new leads and interacting with them, not to the traditional we know that, I don't know, customer service always works, insurance always works, but we're trying to branch into new different aspects, for example. And one of the ones I mentioned is AI companies, not because they're just AI and they have everything automated and resolved everything. How can we as Promocall fit to them and be a solution to them, operational wise, recruitment, training, all of those, or maybe they just need installation to, hey, plug and play and deposit here, having those types of aspects with them. So a lot of things, and it's a combination, I would say, of knowing what are the new trends, what are the new demands that are going on, not just technologically, but also culture-wise. How are the impacts coming into now for a time that elections are coming up in the U.S., prices are going up, how business owners may take a either break right now and hold the fort down and not do any movements to see what happens afterwards, what happens after the price is going to keep going up. Well, we know that prices will continue to go up, but how is that going to impact? And is it going to be for short, long term? And are they available or open to do business? And if they're not at the moment, being constant with them and, hey, I know that now it's not a good time, but just to recall, I'm here, or I found out something that might be interesting for you. Well, let me talk to you about the solutions that we can offer. If not now, maybe in the future. That's my Kaizen would be that constant communication and keeping up on top of new trends, new ways to communicate, new ways to engage, and new ways to provide solutions to your current customers and to potential new ones.
Frank, the student of life, absolutely love that. And then staying on top of everything changing and evolving is definitely difficult. So being on top of that ball will allow you guys to really continue, progress, and find your Kaizen. Across the board, I think you guys are not only offering an incredible service, but from the passion and the empathy I hear coming out of your mouth and the excitement you have around the call center, you can tell that the overall business has great employees, the structure is there, the system is there. And if you're an entrepreneur or business owner listening to this right now, and my first one that always comes to mind is lead generation services. If your call team is not closing over a 30%, this is 100% worth the dollars to connect to the call center like this. If you're looking and you're understanding that you have a lot of leads and you have a lot of potential value in your business and there's nobody calling them and supporting a secondary touch point and close, this will have a lot of value in your business. If you are very unique in your business and you have a very ideal customer profile that hones into a very select few of consumers around the world, this call center will be super valuable for your business. So, Frank, tell the people how they can find you. If there's somebody that are a business owner and they're looking to hire a call center, how can they connect with you and Promocall to get the process started?
They can find us straight within our website, which is promocallcenter.com. They can go in. There is a contact information right there. Fill out your information. We'll reach you out. They can find me on LinkedIn, Frank Felix also. They can find also our CEO, which is Maximilian Schwartz. They can find them there also within LinkedIn. My email, if I'm allowed to provide this email, which is frank@promocall.mx. They can reach me out, and we're happy to help also right there with any solutions that we can provide to them.
And all that information is going to be found below, guys, in the description. Make sure you connect with Frank here at Promocall. Incredible business. And again, a huge value to any company. The additional touch points and especially the diversification of today's marketing where everyone's getting automated messages, to have a unique touch point, a unique reach out that has the opportunity to pivot, weave, and adjust for either customer service, sales, support, whatever it might be. A call center could be your next addition to your business that could skyrocket your success. Frank, thank you so much for your time. We really do appreciate it. If you guys have finished this video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.